Well, howdy. What you're looking at right now is a Winchester Model 1895. This is the rifle, I think it's the last rifle that John Moses Browning designed for Winchester. It's a beautiful thing, and I always wanted one. I found this at a local gun shop. It was in pretty beat up shape. Still in pretty beat up shape. That's the problem with my assortment. I won't call it a collection because if I have more than one of something, I usually trade it in to get something else because, I mean, it's cool and all that, but I'm not the one who wants every variant model of, say, Browning High Power or Colt 45 or something like that. I mean, that's what advanced collectors do, and I just don't have the money for it. But I still wanted a good lever action, a good Winchester, and it was just neat that there was an actual 1895 there. Most of these went over to Russia during World War I because the Tsar's army was short on Mosin-Nagants. And he went around to the various manufacturers here in the U.S. and said, hey, come on, guys, can't you make me some? Or his buyers did. And they went around to old Remington, who said, sorry, I'm right in the middle of making these M14 or P14s for Great Britain, and we just don't have the resources right now for anything. So he went around to everybody else and said, can we make something for us? He went to Winchester and said, can you make one? They said, none of our lines are really tooled up for that. But the guy who was showing him around showed them one of these that had just come off the line. And he said, can you rechamber that? And he says, what caliber? He said, 7.62 by 54 rims. And they said, no problem. Well, they added one thing that this doesn't have, and that's a stripper clip feeder at the top. This is the most powerful rifle cartridge ever chambered in a lever action. This one is chambered in 30-40 Kraig, just like the Kraig Jorgensen. If you ever see the movie, I think it's Rough Riders, the character that Sam Elliott is playing carries one of these throughout the movie until he gets shot. Problem with this particular one is I have a crack, a split actually, in the stock right here, the whole length of the stock, and it's on both sides all the way through. I would like to have it taken apart and re-glued or re-pinned or somehow put back together, but put back together in such a way that you can still see the line, but the thing is structurally sound. I don't want to change the look of something that is so old that it was old when I was young, and I'm old. Anyway, the way this works is kind of fun. Oh, by the way, one other problem with it is this is a Lyman sight that's missing pieces. I found a place that actually has the pieces to fix this, but I need the money to do that, and it's going to wait until winter when I'm not so cash-strapped. But anyway, the way this works is this has an actual safety on it, which is this thing built into the lever itself. And you have to pull down on that to make it work. Do you notice how the entire guts of the thing just explodes out when it's cocked? It's amazing. You feed in your ammo and then shut her up, and it cocks it, and you can fire. I think it holds 5 rounds and 1 in the chamber, which is just dandy. And in 30-40, it's a good deer rifle. The fellows who got it on the Eastern Front thought that this was just absolutely wonderful, the Russians. And unfortunately, most of the ones sold to Russia stayed in Russia and never came home. But these 30-40 ones, well, they're around, and they are so beautiful. I think that's just a gorgeous rifle.